Hello, and welcome back to the Rose Garden. Today, I think I want to kick off the My Favorite Things series, and we'll see where it goes. I really don't have any rhyme or reason to how to do this. I'm just going to wing it. So today, I wanted to cover manga. So we have my manga, and it was really hard trying to pick out my favorite because if I have it, I like it. But this is what I got. So we will start off. This is not in a ranked order. This is just alphabetical. So Ancient Magus' Bride. I really like this series in particular because it's modern times, or at least near modern times, but with the magical world still and how it coexists. And I also love all the lore, talking about what banshees are and how elves work. Titania is in it, and how alchemists and magic users don't get along. And at first I thought it was weird, like, why would this creepy bonehead want to marry this girl? But he's kind of ageless, so, But she teaches him about humanity, and he teaches her also about humanity in his own way, about how she still needs people because she feels she doesn't need them anymore. She feels very abandoned by the human world. So, I think it's really beautiful. It took me like a few pages to get used to the artwork because it's a little different, but after that, I love it, and I'm kind of sad that I'm caught up and I have to wait like 6 months for each volume. So, there's that. My second one is Full Metal Alchemist. I got these after watching the series. I watched Full Metal Alchemist. I didn't like it. I watched Brotherhood. Loved that. Read this, and this is just Brotherhood. So I love this. It's got a few extra details, but at the same time, it's fairly good. So I really enjoy that. If you don't know what it is, it's the story of these two brothers, Edward and Al, and how they are trying to make themselves whole again, and they're still children and they're growing, and I think it's a very good story. It's complicated, to say the least, but I like it, and if you want to check it out, I would highly recommend it. The next one is Love Hina. Now, I've watched the series a couple times with my husband, and I always kind of liked it. I hated that there was no resolution at the end. But this is different. This is a story. There is an ending and a beginning, which is amazing. So there's actually story progression and... where'd it go? Spoiler alert. Things happen at the end. Like Keitaro and Naru getting married. Naru. I suppose there's no Y in there. But yes. So, if you loved the anime, I would really recommend getting the manga. It's 5 omnibuy, so it's fairly affordable too. And I really love it. It starts out the same, but then it just, breaks into the actual story and not all that filler circle. So, definitely would recommend that, because that was amazing to me. And then the last one is a 2-part set, because I want to talk about the world of Sailor Moon. Of course, Sailor Moon is on this list. But there wouldn't be a Sailor Moon without a Sailor V, which is the story of Minako, who will eventually become Sailor Venus. She is Sailor V on her own when she is in her first year of middle school, I think. And Artemis shows up and she transforms into this warrior for love, and it's pretty spectacular. I love it. A video game gets made out about her in this, and she has to deal with wanting love, but then feeling that there's a higher calling that she has to go take care of. And I really love that. And it ends with her knowing she has to find the other scouts, which then leads to Sailor Moon, in which Usagi is playing on the Sailor V machine and gets all of her doodads, and you find out that it was her and Artemis watching these girls and making sure that they're the right people. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then V shows up and pretends to be the princess, and then is like, nah, I'm really just Venus. We need to find the princess. So that's up there in the awesome. But I also thought it was cute that she got a mask. So then Tuxedo Mask, or Comet, has a mask. And then when Sailor Moon first transforms, she gets a mask. So I thought that was pretty spiffy. But, yeah. There are tons of other manga that I love, though. I mean, there's School Rumble, Sweetness and Lightning. You can see behind me, oop, no, that way, that's Rosario Vampire. We got Ranma. Can you see anything else from here? Not too well. Evangelion's down there, so is Oron. Got Fruits Basket, Attack on Titan. But these are the ones that have, like, meaning to me. Like, Sailor Moon was the first anime I ever saw, and I was so happy to read the books. And Full Metal Alchemist was such a beautiful story with an ending, even in the anime, if you watched Brotherhood. And I really loved that, so I had to read the book. Ancient Magus' Bride is amazing, and I can't wait for more, and I can't wait for the anime. Love Hina the manga is by far probably the best ending to a series I have ever read in my life. So I would recommend all of these books. And the new books I got, My Little Monster and Orange, are not on this list yet because I have not read them, but I'm hoping that they would end up on a list like this if I ever did like a manga part 2. But I'm just almost finishing the Court of Owls Batman, so I'm on Batman Volume 2. And yeah, that was my first attempt at My Favorite Things, so I hope it was okay, passable. It'll get better if it was. Like if you liked it, subscribe so you can know when I do more, and leave me a comment if there was something you wanted to talk about or that I didn't mention. And I will see you tomorrow then. Bye.